why our conversation is not effective is because of the barriers and the hurdles that we have while we are talking. And what are they? When we are talking, we are focusing on a personal agenda. What we have in our mind, we would like to, just push it across to the other person. So personal agenda should be not there. The subject matter where both you as a speaker and the other person on the listener side, we are talking, they're talking on a common subject. Then there are people who would like to just do information overload, talk so much that there's hardly any listening part of that conversation which is happening. Then people get into arguments and all that. Why? Because they have triggered the speaker and they have started criticizing the speaker. Lack of transparencies and trust, of course, that is a big thing. And the way that the people, the style of the communication, there are some people who talk small, but they have got a lot of meaning in it. There are a lot of substance in it. So there are people who are direct, and there are some people who go around. There are details, there are some in general. So these are the things which are kind of making that communication not so effective, not using the right words. I mean, you would like to say something, but those exact words are not coming. And sometimes, I mean, especially people who are learning English, for example, I mean, their accent is not to that the place where it should be. I mean, you're talking to an American, you're talking to a British, or you're talking to a French in English. So the way they talk, sometimes we don't understand. I mean, you say, excuse me, and all that type of thing. Feeling physically unwell. When you are not well, then you will not be able to communicate well, because you are sick or you are not so well, experiencing some pain. Over talkativeness, as I told you, I mean, there are the people who would like to just talk and talk and talk, and they are a toxic talker. I mean, these are the people you should stay away from. I mean, they will always, whatever the talk is, they will always talk about negativity of life. Toxic talker, try to avoid, because you cannot get that person to think in a positive way, because the mind is toxic. That's how he or she is thinking. Then there is, in a party especially, you will see a lot of people who are called conversation hijackers. This is an interesting word, conversation hijackers. I mean, whatever talk is going on, he's got a personal agenda. So the moment he gets in, he's going to get the entire talk into different topic and agenda, what he wants. And there are a lot of people like that. You will see that, they would like to, just hijack the entire conversation. And there is emotional noise. This is the same thing as I talked to you earlier about the self-talk. There is something going on in the mind, and that is distracting the person to listen to the person or to speak in that flow. And then, of course, the external noise which is there. If there is some loud noise happening, you are in a concert and there is so much of music happening, so you will not be able to communicate with the other person. This is a very important, very interesting thing. While I was doing research on this effective communication, is perception. I mean, how you see things. Now, look at this picture on the left side, and this is partial, and this is a correct view. I mean, it is not incorrect, and this is how it looks. And the other one is the same object, but it is looking like this. So this is the second perception of that object. When I say object, I'll be talking about the words also that you're talking. So look at the I'll give you a few seconds to look at the first picture. That is, now if you look at this picture, the reality is completely different. But when the picture was taken from the right side, it was showing us a square. When it was taken from the left side, it was showing a square. But actually, it is not a square. It is not a circle. So when there is somebody talking, there is a disagreement. Of course, there will be. And that does not imply that that person is completely wrong. There is a truth in that, and that's what the perception is all about. So you need to understand and perceive from where that person is talking, and then while you are discussing, you get to know what is the actual picture.